was hired mainly to deal with mobile, and then I've kind of branched out into, yeah, front end and back end web development. I think becoming an identity provider, that wasn't initially our that wasn't the way we were set up when I came on, and that was a huge thing. I think SAML support was huge. I mean, yeah, it really branched out what apps we were able to offer. So that was huge. Biometrics were something that I worked on very early on. That was a large jump, because previously we only offered like that image pin photo off. But being able to use biometrics was huge for convenience, and a lot of newer devices were supporting it. So that was a big thing. Our auto activation, I think, is very smooth. It cut down a lot of steps that were required when setting up, and it just kind of smoothed that all out, abstracted it out, and it just works. You know, you sign into your email and it just jumps over to the app, activates you. You're already, you know, skipped like a bunch of different steps, and you know, just a quick fingerprint scan away from being completely, you know, registered for the first time. So that was a big thing, and we were really happy to get that working. Yeah. That's, I mean, at the end of the day, we're always, you know, building products for consumers and making that as seamless as possible, and just easy, so you don't have to think, you don't have to, you know, wonder, where am I in this process? You just kind of let it take you there. So usability is key. The highest achievement you can get is something that is usable for somebody, and we still try each and every day to think about how to improve in that area. But building things that are usable, that are discoverable, UI that allows the user to kind of organically, just based off of what they know already about the world and about you know, what they've interacted with online, taking those concepts and patterns and replicating them. I think that goes a really long way to, you know, a successful product that works. So on the back end side of things, I think we've done a great job of abstracting. We've cut out so many steps through our, you know, pretty innovative technology that would have kind of trickled back up to the user at some point and required all kinds of, you know, the like Duo and all our competitors, and little kind of micro aggravations that build up. And I think we've done a great job at smoothing out all those little micro aggravations, and just kind of providing something that's very seamless to use, and requires minimal interaction, if that makes sense. Learning the Unreal Engine and how to build UI for say, you know, people playing games. You know, different groups of people see things differently, and learning some of those patterns that are completely, you know, abstracted from, say, security software, gaming, you know, games, and their connections. It helps me make better assumptions when I'm designing something in the first place. I mean, we strive for consumer feedback wherever we can, but being able to make good assumptions up front on how somebody will use something or perceive something, you know, we can only do the best that we can. But that's helped a lot. The biggest piece of advice I could give would be to not lock yourself down to any one given framework at any given time. And what I mean by that is, don't say, you know, oh, you know, this particular language is the future, and, you know, I need to invest all my time and resources into that language, because it's not about, you know, one piece of technology over another. It's about learning core concepts and branching out into different ideas, you know, like you know, cloud development versus, you know, one specific framework. That kind of mindset when learning and when, building out your kind of portfolio of skills and experience will get you farther. If you can form kind of a broad interest in things and be flexible and be willing to pick up stuff, then that'll be incredibly valuable for you. It should be valued more, the ability to not only think on a detailed, back-end level, but also be able to communicate properly with, front-end designers and people that are interacting with, the customer, and translate those properly. And I would recommend, if you can get into something, while you're building your development background, if you could branch out into front end a little bit. I would say that for everybody that I've ever spoken to who's asked, what I do for a living, and I've told them about TraitWare, and kind of given them the rough pitch of what TraitWare does, I've never heard a single person say, "Oh, that's great, but I like, password managers better," or, I like my current system. Everybody has always been hands down like, "Oh my gosh, I have this, the lists, and I have these sticky notes, and please come save me." So, yeah, I've never met a person that was like, "Oh, passwords are great." So, TraitWare, it's a positive path that we're on, and it has the opportunity to really shape how we interact with technology in a positive way, and make people's lives a little bit better. So, yeah.